That is the right graphic. You did see Sha Tin spin up midweek. We're in the all-weather for 9 races on Wednesday night. Welcome to the race-by-race preview with Paul Lally and Paul's selections for the 9 races. The first at 6:45 is a Class 5 over the 1800. Class droppers numbers 1, 2 and 3. Yoda's Choice goes up in trip. Colourful Baron has the tongue tie coming off. Traditions on a 7-day backup. On the lash, wears a tongue tie once again. Yeah, boys racing well. Joyful Champion has blinkers routed to his gear, Paul, and the grey goes straight to the front.
Yeah, well, he's led pretty strongly over 1650 metres, so up to the 1800 metres you expect him to be in front there. Fireball likes to go forward. Sha Tin has gone forward in his recent races. On the lash, might just have to work a little bit from a draw, from a wide draw. Meet should get a nice run. Harry's Hero. Yeah, boy went back last start and he stormed home late off a fast pace. Smart Beauty goes back, as does Turtle again.
We're going to start with the road runner, Meep, who seems to run on no matter what the distance and has crying out for further every time, Paul. As he did over the 1650 last time in Class 4, he goes to the 1800 metres and no doubt he'll be running on again.
Yeah, look, at 1800 should suit him. He's down in grade. I think it's probably more prevalent because he's now into Class 5 for the first time. 1800, you can see he does look a real star. He stays on by not a single doubt the source. Drawn barrier number 5 won't be too far away from the pace, and this could be a good race for him.
So he'll be running on Yoda's Choice. At the other end, Meep will be running on. At the other end, Yoda's Choice will be leading up, and here is the grey. He's just been run down a couple of times, and there's not too much wrong with being run down in Class 5 by Precision Goal at the moment.
Yeah, this is back at the end of January when he did get run down by Precision Goal, as you say. Now, Precision Goal, it looks like he'll start favourite in a later race in a higher grade. They were well clear of anything else. He likes to go to the front, he likes to lead. He'll look like the winner at some stage. It's just that last 50 metres, you've got to close your eyes and hold your breath.
Tends to find what looks to be an uphill run in that last 50 metres for him, only Yoda's Choice. Now, last week at Happy Valley, Tradition ran 4th and Harry's Hero ran 8th. Can you make a case for either of these two on the quick backup?
No. Tradition has had plenty of chances. 16 start maiden. The best we've seen from him is a 4th, and here is another 4th from him. Look, and Harry's Hero's 5 zip on the all-weather. So those are the reasons why these two won't be going into the numbers. Tradition does this all the time. He runs on, but we've never seen him run past, the first 3 horses yet in 16 starts.
All right, that replay staying right where it is. Who's going to win the first?
Going to go with Meep. Look, downgraded, up in distance, looks 2 ideal things for him. Yoda's Choice, Catch Me If You Can. Sha Tin won't be too far away, and he's another horse that's been downgraded. And Turtle, again, has won off a higher rating in the past, and the 1800 looks ideal for him. 2, 4, 1, 13.
And that's the preview for race number 1, 6:45, and it's time for the Road Runner Show. Race number 2, and this is a further Class 5 race, the first division of the 1200 metre Class 5, and Glorious Expert has the pacifiers going back on. Romantic Novelist, one-eyed blinker off, crossover noseband off. We've got the prime, blinkers off him. First time on the all-weather for the Khan. Falcon caught a winner course and distance 2 starts ago. Flying Phantom blinkers off, pacifiers first time. Super Joy blinkers again, and Cool Blue has a new home. He's now with Chris So, who's removed the blinkers and added pacifiers and the earplug. It's Patch of Watch, the leader here, Paul.
Yeah, should go to the front and try and Catch Me If You Can. Patch of Watch, so he should lead. Romantic Novelist went forward when he ran a good race there at his last start. Falcon Court, another one that has got some early pace here. Buddy will get his chance with the prime. The Khan midfield there with the Flying Phantom. Cool Blue goes back, and Super Joy, he always misses the start. He's got blinkers back on, so that might help him a little bit.
Michael Cheng hasn't been with Michael for too long either. Super Joy winning form to kick us off here, Paul. It's Patch of Watch last time. Wind speed of 5th. He ran on, but he always runs on. And here is Super Joy, who actually wears white colours. They look more brown there. Yeah,
they do. I'm going to put Super Joy in a very minor line because he has got a really good turn of foot, and you can see him finishing off the grey down the outside. But Patch of Watch, he absolutely hosed in last time. Chair for South was the only one that got close to him. And he's racing later in the card. I think it's a good run from Patch of Watch. He likes the surface. He gets the £10 claim once again. Got a little bit tired in the end, but still won well enough.
Yeah, Miles in front of the rest of the first two, as you just saw. Some turf form now. Flying Phantom had some blood in the track here. That's the reason that he drops off. Wind speed of 5th. Falcon Court 14th. And the Khan, he makes some ground from the back. He's following the winner at this point.
Yeah, a good run from the Khan. Now, he's always worked well on the surface. He's out of a street cry mare, so they really like the all-weather. He has, and as I say, he works nicely on it. He's drawn barrier number 2. He gets a small claim with Angus Chung aboard and was momentarily held up there before he managed to stretch out. So another one we've seen with a good turn of foot. Doesn't win out of turn though, the Khan. He's only a one-time winner from the 17 starts. But look, he hasn't raced on the surface, so you've got to give him a chance on that.
Back to the all-weather we go now, and this is Falcon Court. It's 2 starts ago for him, but he was able to get the win. Now, Modest Gentleman, just a note on him too, he was loose at track work on Monday morning and did a couple of laps of the track, so he'll be re-vetted. At this stage, he's been passed fit to take his place in the field. Yeah,
look, I've left him out for that reason. It's just a little bit of a concern. Falcon Court, obviously, this is the right surface for him. He did run last start on the turf, so they're keeping him on this, but he's just a one-time winner from his 18th start. So barrier number 6, he's up and weighed a little bit from this win, but he did win nicely enough there, and he is back on that surface.
He is 7 pounds more this week than what he carried to victory that night. Who do you like in the second?
Well, the Khan's got good form on this. Well, he hasn't raced on the surface under race day, but he's got good track work on it. So we'll take a chance with him. Patch a Watch was impressive last time. Going to put one in at a bit of a price. It's number 1, Glorious Expert. Has run third off a 44 rating. He now comes down to, and that was on a good de-yielding track. So I think coming down here into Class 5 on the surface, I can see him with an improved effort. And then Superjoy needs to jump. 6-9-1-10.
It's a win for Casper Founds for Paul in race number 2 with the Khan. A third race at Sha Tin. It shapes this way on the all-weather, of course, as all the races are on Wednesday night. 1650 Class 4, this one. Thesis with a wider draw. So too Shanghai Style. He carries an extra £3 for his last start win. Von Bayer's up in trip. Roman Crown has a tongue tie going on. The Way We Win has blinkers off. Pacifiers with Cow's first time. Run timing, no blinkers. Lucky Impact, no cheek pieces. A Polar Fighter, blinkers off. Pacifiers with Cow's on. Perfect Pairing, no blinkers. Pacifiers with Cow's and a tongue tie on. And All Eyes on Me has no blinkers. A rush of gear changes, Paul, in race number 3.
There is 2 leaders here, both drawn the outside gates. Lucky Banner, Shanghai Style. I can see them both coming across together. Spangled Fortune likes to go forward. Run timing's been going forward. Lucky Impact, now he's a horse that trials better than he races, but I think he'll get his opportunity here. Roman Crown, a Polar Fighter, gear change for him. He'll need a bit of luck. Chil Kaka, he went back last start. I think he'll go back once again from barrier number 9.
As Shanghai Style was able to get the win last time over the 1650. He was a horse that had performed better over 1200 metres until this day, Paul. As you can see here, though, he's getting a beautiful trip on the inside and has barrier number 2 next to his name this race. You can add a 1 and a 4 to the barrier this week.
214. So barrier,
it's going to be very wide.
So he's drawn the outside, and he's got Lucky Banner drawn inside him, which I think is not going to help him whatsoever. So that was my concern with him. He got all the favours here. He did win well enough, but I always thought he was a little bit suspect at the trip. But I didn't include him in the end.
Mass was never a strong point. Mind you, none of the subjects were. Chil Kaka last time, he's going up 450 metres in distance from placing over the 1200 last time, and he makes up good ground here.
Let's just fact check that. Yep, 415 for him, and you can see him weaving his way through the field. This is 1200 metres, so as you say, up to the 1650 looks absolutely ideal for this horse. He really finished off strongly. There was an odds-on pop in this race in Fortune Boy, and he managed to run past him as well. So look, the leader was off and gone, was too good on the day, but I can see him winning this.
Thesis has some American breeding. You're always looking for them when you do your form. Out of an American mare, was a winner 2 starts ago on the turf. Backed it up last time with a third over at Happy Valley. He has raced on the all-weather in the past.
Yeah, and he has. He's been placed 1 from 4. But he's been in a bit of form recently. His last couple of starts have been good. He won, and then he backed it up with his third as well behind the horse here, which was Highland Rahi. So, look, he's a horse that it's just sort of come to form at the right time. So I've included him on a minor line.
He's on a minor line. You're going with Chilkaka again, though?
But, yeah, I made him the long shot last time, and look, I wasn't disappointed with his running second there, so we'll stick with him. A horse who will be a long shot in this is number 3, Von Bayer. Now, he's only had the 6 starts here in Hong Kong. He's by American-bred siren No Nay Never, and those horses generally do like the surface. And his best run was his last start. He hit the line strongly. So he goes in. He's getting down the ratings now. Then Thesis. And Lucky Impact, another one at a big price. He's a horse that has got a bit of a gear change. Now, the other thing with him is he always trials really well on the surface, but he hasn't raced on race night. Maybe it all can come together here tonight. 5-3-1-10.
He did run on strongly in a trial between starts too, did Lucky Impact. That's the preview for the third. It's the first leg of the early treble. The fourth race now. This is the second division of the Class 5 1200 metres, the Spoonbill Handicaps. Happy Tango's at the top of the book, a 2-time course and distance winner. Oriental Tycoon, visor off, blinkers first time. Speedy Fortunes place 2 from 4 course and distance. No cheek pieces, but the pacifier's back on him. Day Victory goes up in trip. Flying Dragon has the blinkers off. Chiv for South has been racing well on this surface, and Diamond Soars has placed 3 from his last 4, Paul, and he's normally a pretty quick horse, Diamond Soars, but Speedy Fortune might be just a bit quicker.
I think with the 10-pound claim from barrier 11, he'll eventually cross him. Although they may share the lead, it's quite possible if Diamond Soars doesn't want to give it up. Sonic Boom likes to go forward. Happy Tango's another one that can go forward from barrier 10. Flying Dragon, better run from California Icon last time, and he's drawn wide. Back to the other horses, Sky Prophet, Tear for South, and Oriental Tycoon. Even though he's got the blinkers on, I think he'll still go back.
And we go to the replays. We saw Patch of Watch in an earlier race just winning, and the horse that was flying home to get him, Chiv for South, Paul. He's gone close so often. Is this the night he picks up a win on the all-weather? I've
got him in. I actually got one to beat him, and the one I've got to beat him is the one in the yellow and green there, which is Sky Prophet. Another one that generally really goes well on it. He's out of Vitala, the cat mare, so there's American breeding right through there. And he's only had 3 goes on it, and the best we've seen from him is a third, but Chair for South, still a long-time maiden, but he shouldn't be a maiden for too much longer with runs like that.
Just on Sky Prophet too, he's had a trial since that on the turf, and he led all the way to beat Another World, who we're going to see on the weekend, and we know he's well above average. Diamond Soars, one of the pace influences in the race. He took a trial this night to Day Victory, and Karis Teaton is not going to ride him. He's riding Flying Romantic in similar colours. It's Ben Thompson for Ricky Yu.
He comes in with a lightweight, does Diamond Soars. He's been placed in his last 2 starts. One of them was this one that we're watching now, where he ran 3rd behind Falcon Court. So he might get a leg up later in the card, earlier in the card with Falcon Court racing. And then he again, Happy Valley was his last start when he did run 2nd. Look, he didn't quite make it in because there is a bit of pace in this race.
And here is the horse in the goal with the Black Star as well, Flying Romantic, who's drawn barrier number 1. This was his best performance last time. Speedy Fortune leads up on this replay, as we saw on the speed map. In the end, he was beaten by Ho Ho Star.
Got to put him in on a minor line, Flying Romantic, back to a bit of form with the 2nd behind Ho Ho Star, or back to some form. That's his best run we've seen here. He's by Done Deal, again out of a Not a Single Doubt mare. Only had the 1 go on the all-weather. So you can't really say he doesn't like it. We'll give him another chance because this is the best run by far we've seen from him.
All right, so he's going in, but Sky Prophet the one.
Yeah, going to go with him. And on the back of that trial you mentioned, Another World, obviously a lot higher rated horse. Chair for South and there for 2nd, then Flying Romantic. We're going to put Sonic Boom in, just onto the speed map. He's going to get I think he can go forward. Matthew Chadwick rides the all-weather track particularly well. 4, 10, 6, 7.
That is the 4th race, all previewed, the first leg of the 6 Up. We preview race number 5 now at Sha Tin Wednesday. This is a Class 4 over the 1200 metres. Everstars on the class drop. Solid Shala first up. Natural High, last start winner, carries an extra £9 for it. Everyone's Gallop has the blinkers off. Visor first time. Regency Win-Win on debut has had 6 trials. Looks outstanding, wears blinkers. Noble Go, Wes Pacifiers and a tongue tie. And Solar River makes his all-weather debut down to California Star and Silver Spurs, but it's Natural High the leader, Paul.
Yeah, he led last time, led all the way and won very impressively. So he should lead. Sunny Darling and Patch of Time can go forward. Everyone's galloped. He's only had one run. He went forward and led and then ran last. So I don't know if they want to totally lead with him. Maybe try and get some cover. Everstar downgraded. Solid Charlas. California Star's back in trip. Solar River, now he has led in a recent trial or been just in behind the pace. So he might be slightly more forward from barrier 6. But it looks like there's going to be, whatever happens, good pace in this race. And looks outstanding. Was disappointing last time, I thought, but has got blinkers on.
He does indeed, but our focus is the likely leader in the race. Nick, with the rider of Natural High, it's Brittany Wong.
Brittany Wong, we've got an all-weather meeting coming up at Sha Tin on Wednesday night. There's only one person that we really want to speak to, and that is you. You've got a good book of rides. One of them is Natural High. Very pleasing, I'm sure, to get the win on him last time.
Yes, it was very, I won't say surprising, but obviously it's a big breakthrough from him. First win for him on the dirt and first win for me with the boss, and it means a lot, and hopefully we'll keep the ball rolling again tomorrow.
How special was that, by the way, to ride your first winner for David Hall? Because obviously you'd ridden winners, Manfred Mann's been very supportive of you, but nice to get that winner for David, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's been a long time. It came a bit late than we expected, but we just hold on to our mind and keep going, and we got 2 placings early in that day. And before I get on Natural High, I said to David, we'll just go one better, because we got a third and then we got a second, and I said we'll go one better, and we did. So yeah, it's really special.
Yeah, it's always nice when a plan comes together. Tell me about the horse, Brittany, because you know this horse very well. You've ridden him in all these track work sort of since and before. How has he come out of the race?
He pulled up really well, and he's feeling nice and fresh now. And galloped him the other day. He's sort of a horse that he knows what to do, and he knows how much he needs to put in. So he's a smart horse. He won't put any extra into it unless you make him to. And I think that's how he keep it fresh into him. And I mean, last time when he wins, the morning before when I ride him, he's actually have some like a little attitude in him, and I can feel it again this time, and hopefully this is the way. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, that certainly hopes so. Tell me, how much more extra work might he have to do from 11? I know he likes to go forward. Obviously they've drawn you a little bit wider this time.
Yeah, I know, but look, it's over 1200. We got beautiful straight down the back, and I've got time to work it out. And he's not a horse that necessarily needs to lead. I mean, obviously we'll put him forward, but if I ended up can't lead, I won't do extra work to just push his ears off. I'll give him a chance to breathe, and as long as I keep him happy, I think he'll give all he got.
That is Brittany Wong talking Natural High. Paula, horse on the return from injury is Solid Charlas for David Hayes, and first up since April of 2024. He's had 3 trials. This the last of them, and he went like a rocket. Didn't he?
He's got the £7 claim as well. He might be just a bit ring rusty coming into the race. That was the little concern there. He's had 2 goes fresh and hasn't done too much in the past. So look, they gave him a decent blowout here. I think that's what they wanted to achieve, and they did. Look, I'm happy to watch him though, just in that fresh state. He just hasn't performed in it in the past.
That is a Solid Charlas. You mentioned Solar River during the speed map, and he was ridden closer in a recent trial. Here it is, and he ends up winning this trial.
He won it quite nicely. I mean, he's got the higher rated horse on his inside there, and he manages to really stretch out nicely and win the race. So he's one that's got American breeding. He's coming to the surface for the first time. So on the back of that, from a nice draw, Antoine Hamlin's in a bit of form at the moment. Hopefully he's a prize, because he hasn't done too much recently, so could make him the long shot.
There you go. So off that trial and the breeding, he's done enough to be the one on top for you.
Yeah, we'll put him on top. Hopefully we get a double-figure price about this one. So Solar River to beat Patch of Time, he should be right there. Natural High will try and lead all the way. And then the downgrader, Everstar. has another one that has worked well on the surface in the past. And I did throw him in for fourth at Happy Valley, and he didn't run too badly either. 10-4-3-1.
It'll make Tom Wood's day that ever stars in the top four, but Solar River, the horse to beat for Paul in the fifth. Race number 6 now, and this race is over the 1,650 metres. Stormy and IPO Bros are both on the class drop. Precision Goals, a 3-time course and distance winner. Forever Folks comes back from the 1,800 metres. Escape Route draws wide. We've got Jingyun Star making his all-weather debut. Confringo was a Class 5 winner, struggled a bit in this grade so far. And Lucky Gold blinkers off visor for the first time. Precision Gold, Charming Steed joint leaders here, Paul.
Yeah, Precision Gold. He's been in his career best form this season and can go forward and lead. That's where he races well. He races the best. Charming Steed from a wide draw. He led last time. He'll come across. Flying Silver's got the £10 claim. Fashion Legends been going forward. Then the other ones tend to go back. So I think these two will set up the pace.
We head straight to Nick with the rider of Forever Folks. It's Ben Thompson.
Ben Thompson, we're off to Sha Tin this Wednesday night for an all-weather fixture, and it almost feels like we've seen this movie before. Forever Folks is lining up. You're on board, a horse you know very well. One of his better runs last time.
Yeah, absolutely, Nick. He went really well. He's very fond of the all-weather track, and more often than not a permanent fixture when there's a Class 4 1650, and it's a pattern that, or it's become a happy pattern for him. And he's very consistent course and trip, so hopefully goes one better than last time.
You mentioned the trip. This is his best trip, I think, isn't it? I mean, last time was 18, for which he's run a good race, but the 1650 is what suits him best?
Yeah, I think so. He's ran well. It's funny enough, he's ran some good races, the 1800 on the turf, though even last time he's run second to a horse that had been running really well and met him better at the weights last time. So he was still gallant in defeat and a really good space from second back to third, though 1650 has proven to really be his sweet spot. He's twice a winner course and trip, and he's obviously his first win come early this season. Hopefully he's due for the second win this season.
You're meeting Charming Steed, who beat you last time on the exact same terms this time around, but you're over your pet distance. You'd be keen enough to try and turn that form around. There was a 2-length deficit, but that said, it looks an obvious chance of doing so, doesn't it?
For sure. And he's drawn barrier 5 tomorrow night, which is should come as a kind thing for him. He's a horse that has been notably to be slow away and take riding when. Since the team made a gear change on him, a gear change that turned his form into winning, just a change of pace for a horse that's more seasoned now. It come as a really positive result for him. So he's touch wood. He's jumped well his last 2 starts, and if he can jump well again, I think we can make better use of him early.
When I had a look at his trial, Ben, now I thought there was a distinct element of kidology there. I think you were doing your best job to keep him happy. You asked him to do very little, but he hit the line nicely. Tell me about the trial.
Yeah, it was. You summed it up very well. He did trial nicely, which is good. He's a horse that's holding his form, and it's a sign of a happy horse. Though he does take a bit of persuading and trying to persuade him without making it my terms, leaving it on Forever Folks' terms. So he'll run. I'm sure he'll run well tomorrow night. He's been Mr. Consistent, and he'd be a deserving winner again in the grade.
He certainly will. And just finally, Ben, just a quick line on Bundle Award and his effort in the Derby.
He was fantastic. Obviously, the slow tempo, really echoing many others, didn't suit us as well as those up ahead of us. But he raced great. He settled as nice as he did at the start prior and finished off just as well. Like when I'd followed Johannes Brahms in running, it was able to come off its back and track Packing Angel into the straight, who's ran third. And when I had clear air from before the 300, or at the 300, I thought it was getting excited. It felt like it was getting exciting, and he gave a great turn of foot. Just unfortunately, a couple lengths off the top, but really brave in defeat. I'm sure we're going to hear plenty more Bundle Award in the future.
And there he is, Ben Thompson on Forever Folks and also Bundle Award. Paul, we're going to move on to a replay now, which Viva Chaleur runs third in. Precision Goal fifth, Escape Route sixth, and Silver King. He's had all sorts of issues since he's been here, namely Aurora most times.
Yeah, look, Viva Chaleur, is a long-standing maiden, 24 starts, and the best we've seen from him is a third. But he's a horse you can put in because he has been quite consistent recently. He was hitting the line strongly once again here. Mimi on the inside's in an earlier race, so you might get a lead out of that. Lucky Touch likewise in a later race. So, look, I'm going to put Viva Chaleur
On a minor line, and who else is going in?
Going to put the 3 on top here. So he goes on top, which is Precision Goal. I think he can win again. He's had such a good season, this horse. Viva Chaleur, Forever Folkestone. Stormy, the 1650, he did win on the synthetic overseas before he got here. He did make up some minor ground last time, so he might be getting there now. He's been downgraded. 3-6-5-1.
Precision Goal to become a 4-time 1650 metre winner on the all-weather for Paul by winning race number 6. And race number 7 now. This is a Class 4 over the 1200 metres. Montefruta is on the class drop. Fortune Warrior has been in good form on the all-weather this season. Arden has the pacifiers with the cows on. Patch of Stars back in trip. Daily Trophy last start winner carries an extra £5 for it. Jolly Jumper from the 1400 back to the 12, and Gimme Five's had 1 start on the all-weather from a good draw, and he ran second, and he's drawn well again this week, Paul.
Yeah, Fun and Glory's got the claim and did lead last time. I think he'll lead once again. Rising Force, he's a debutant. He's had 6 trials. He's £1,070. He's another one that has gone forward. Fortune Warrior. Give Me 5 will get his opportunity in a second start on the all-weather. Colourful Winner as well. Back to Tai-Hang Scenery, Jolly Jumper. Montefruita's been downgraded. Volcanus and Daily Trophy, they both get back and they always run on strongly.
Daily Trophy delivering last time, and this was in Class 4. He'd been good down in grade, but would managed to get the win at start number 15 in Class 4 here. Gimme 5 given a perfect trip and might get another good run this week.
Looks that way, and look, he's by his Swiss Ace, Give Me 5. I really liked him this night. He ran second. Again, he didn't let me down. It was a good run from him. He's got the very lightweight, 116. Karis Teton, another one that rides the surface very well. So I think Karis can win this race with Give Me 5. And you can, I mean, Daily Trophy hadn't really performed in this grade before, but as you say, he did win nicely up, but did get the race run to see.
That's our first replay. The second one is Fortune Warrior, who keeps racing well. He bolted up on the surface going back 2 starts ago. Followed that up carrying extra weight when third behind Natural High and draws kindly in 4. Yeah,
look, it was such a strong win 2 starts ago, and he was really, really short coming into this race as well. Fortune Warrior. You can see him was pushed out a little bit, and he was run down late. So I just thought he'd gone backwards a little bit. I expected him to get pretty close to Natural High, or if not beat him, but couldn't quite do it in this.
Word of caution for Fortune Warrior. Montefruta's on the class drop. The starts are becoming an issue with him. He keeps walking out of the gates, and he ends up, as we roll the replay, back there.
He does, yeah, and it could happen once again. The downgrade's definitely going to help this horse. He's had 1 go in the grade and he won it. So this is his right grade. And look, he runs on all the time, down in grade. I'm going to include him. Not going to put him on top because of those starts, but he'll go in the numbers.
And one more to have a look at. It's Jolly Jumper, who ran 5th last time across at the Sha Tin turf circuit. And this was over 1,400 metres. The Auspicious at any old price ends up winning this.
Yeah, I'm not sure how good this form's going to be, but look, he is quite well bred for the surface, being by Bellardo. Benno Jung's horses are going very well at the moment, and this is the best run we've seen from him. He's only had the 6 starts, and he's slowly getting there, like the way he sort of finished off here. So I'm going to include him on a very minor line, because he just might be a horse suited to the surface. He should be a price.
It's Jolly Jumper, the last of our replays for the 7th, so we need your top 4.
Going to go with the one down the bottom. I was with him last time. I'll stick with him, and that's Give Me 5. Rising Force, the debutant, has looked good in his trials. Montefruta and Jolly Jumper. 12, 3, 1 and 10.
Give Me 5. Up high, down low, too slow. Paul with Give Me 5 to win race number 7. And race number 8 now is the first of the 2 Class 3s at this meeting, and it's over the 1650. Telecom Fighters loves the 1650, but unfortunately all of the wins have been at Happy Valley, which doesn't help on Wednesday night. Bundle of Charm has pacifiers going back on. Romantic Cloud, an all-weather debut. Perfect Team, 2-time course and distance winner. Fighting Machines placed 5 from 6 course and distance. New Forest has the blinkers off. Lucky Touch blinkers off, visor on for the first time. We've got Aerial and Telecom Fighters joint leaders here, Paul.
It's going to be a good pace in this race because they both like to lead and they're both strong leaders as well. So just hopefully they don't get into a bit of a speed battle with who's on there, Angus Chung and got Brittany Wong on the 2. So 2 of the apprentice on. Flamingo Trillion, I thought New Forest would get the perfect run in behind. Young Brilliant likes to go forward. If they do open up the field, he might be able to slot in there. Yellow Fin, another one that can go forward. All Cash has gone forward in his last couple of runs. Never peter out, can sit back. Lucky Touch can sit back. So these perfect team likewise. These horses should get good runs.
Brittany Wong is back to talk Aerial ahead of race number 8.
Brittany Wong, Aerial is a horse you're going to ride again. 1 ride, 1 win. Riding this one for David Hayes. That was a pretty authoritative win last time.
Yeah, this one I would say is surprised because it's up in class last time. I know we only got 105 pounds last time. It's a sort of an advantage, but it also means he's the weakest one in the field. But obviously he wasn't last time. And again, I think I'll try to stick with the same plan as last time this time. Roll forward and I mean, he's those one that he goes for the same speed for a long period of time. So yeah, again, we'll try to jump positive and see where we land. He's not necessarily needs to lead. He can be lovely sitting off the leader or anything and anywhere like close to the lead. And he's a pretty genuine horse to ride. And once it comes down to the straight, yeah, he give all he got last time, and hopefully we'll do it again this time.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose what was most impressive, Brittany, was the kick that he gave for you because, you know, like you say, he's a horse that just sort of keeps galloping on and always does what he has to do. But last time out, he was impressive off the front almost.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we got the front easy last time, so I sort of just put the race all favor into me, and one of them can't take it anymore and decide to roll forward. And I mean, I'm happy to let him go and just track him up, and I think that's the main move for us to win the race last time, because I saved some for the end, and I think probably the horse knows what to do, and he knows what our plan is anyways. Like he'll settle down well at that point when someone come challenge us, but then down to the straight he knows his job. And yeah, he actually gave it a good kick at the top of the straight, and at the end, just before the winning post, I can feel he got another kick too. So they're very looking forward tomorrow.
I'm sure you are. Obviously, you've got a nice pick. I think you've got 8 rides, haven't you, in total? And your profile, Brittany, is growing all the time. You're up to 12 winners now, and I guess there might not be a great deal in it, riding on the all-weather or the turf, because you've managed to win on both. But do you look forward to these meetings now, given that you've sort of got a really good strike rate on the all-weather, and you seem to ride it well, and you get the nice rides?
Yes, I mean, it's good to be like how do you say it? Like a rider can win all the races, like or dimension. But I mean, for me as a 10-pound claim little girl in such a high demanding industry, I mean, whatever works for me, I'll take it. I'm happy, and I'll take my time. I don't want to be only one-way rider, but obviously I'm still learning, and I'm happy to find my craft throughout the way.
There is a Brittany talking about Aerial, Paul. We're going to move on to Lucky Touch now, running second. He comes up in grade without winning, which is one of your formulas. Is he going to be an exemption to the rule?
No, he's in, but he's not on top. Look, a win looks so close for him, doesn't he? I'd be surprised if he's not in the top 3. I mean, I've got him in there for second. He's just such an honest horse. He just hasn't managed to get his nose in front for various reasons. And again, another really good run from him. And he wasn't far away here from Shanghai Surprise.
And that is a lucky touch. Flamingo Trillion is a Wednesday night regular at the Valley. He's been to Chungfa since we last saw him. This is an all-weather trial. He ran second behind Luck is Back, untested on this surface, draws nicely in two, and out of a mare who's by a US sire.
Yeah, and look, he performs on wet tracks, Flamingo Trillion, so maybe this is the right surface for him coming on to here. He has been disappointed at Happy Valley in his recent starts. There's no question about that. He does race best when he bosses in front, but I can't see that happening with Telecom Fighters and Ariel in the race.
Flat track bully.
Yeah, basically,
yep. New Forest, he's been up to Chungfa too, and he's trialled well on the all-weather. Are you going to give him a show in this race?
I like him in this. Lightweight, good draw, so he's going to sit just in behind. By Justify, and he's only had one go on the all-weather, and that was on a wet slow as well. He performed really creditably as well, running third behind Never Peter Out. Does meet Never Peter Out better in the weights. This trial was good. You can see the second horse has pushed out quite a lot, and he didn't move a muscle there on New Forest, so I don't mind him in this.
That's a good report for him. So that is a breakdown of race number 8, and we've just seen the winner in that replay.
Yeah, we're going to put him on top, New Forest, to beat Lucky Touch. Down the bottom for the horses with the light weights here. Never Peter Out. And a Bundle of Charms should get the race run to suit. 13, 14, 11, 3.
It's a Chadwick and Newman combination for Paul to win race number 8. Last race on Wednesday night. We finished with a Class 3 and the stalls will be at the 1200 metres with Sing Dragon, a 4-time course and distance winner. Glory Elite, first look at the surface for him. Gummy Gummy placed last time. Musco's a 3-time course and distance winner. Dragon Air Force has won twice on this surface. First up, G-Liner and Candlelight Dinner jumps from the 1000 to the 1200. Runs on the inside course for the first time, Paul.
Yeah, it has plenty of pace though, has led, and I think he won an all-weather trial by a big margin anyway, so he can go forward. Now, Glory Elite's drawn 14. He's going to have to work to get across, but he has got superior pace out of the stall, so I think he can get across. Sports Legends led last start at Happy Valley. Masked Riders led in the past. Call Me Glorious has gone forward in his last couple of all-weathers. Self Improvement was on the pace last time, as was Gummy Gummy. So again, there's plenty of speed in this race.
We're going straight to the newcomer on the dirt. It's Glory Elite, and here's Nick with his rider, Derek Long.
Derek Long, we've got an all-weather fixture coming up, and in the last race, you're riding Glory Elite for trainer Jimmy Ting. He's a newcomer to the surface, but he's a horse who's been racing well at the moment.
The horse been performing very well, very consistent, and he's quite straightforward horse. And this time, first time, try at all-weather track, and with the outside draw. We still try to be lead. If too fast, second, third, because inside quite a few horses we try to lead as well.
What do you make of him on the all-weather, Derek? I mean, it's interesting seeing a horse like him coming to the surface. I mean, he's a pretty handy horse, runs off 84. They tried him in the 4-year-old mile as well, so we know he's classy. What's your take on him trying the all-weather now?
Maybe because of the program, you have to ask the trainer, but just give him a shot. You see, because he's quite easy, just straightforward. Just make sure he jump well and try to be handy and see what happens.
I know they're trained on it here in Sha Tin. Obviously, 90% of the time on the all-weather, they trial on it, of course. How has he handled the surface? Does he give you a good feel on the all-weather, this horse?
Well, it seems like he handled no problem because they always get up him on the all-weather, so it seems like he's okay.
You got that draw, you mentioned 12. I mean, I know he does like to roll forward. Sometimes it can be a good place to be on the all-weather, but I guess just makes it a little bit tougher for you?
Yes. Well, Barrier 12 left up being a good draw, and look at the race, it's quite a few horses. We try to be handy as well, so we just do our best, try to jump smart and let him move forward and see what happens, because sometimes on the all-weather that doesn't matter to be caught 2 or 3 wide.
That is Derek Long talking Glory Elite. Now we get the all-weather regulars, Paul, in our first couple of replays, starting with the win of self-improvement, Gummy Gummy. This is his best run this time in. Mark's Rider hasn't done a bad job in a short time. Galaxy Witness and Must Go also not too far away.
I thought Mark's Rider was momentarily held up here. He didn't really have too much room there on the inside. Gummy Gummy kept him in that pocket. He finally got through on the inside. A good ride here for both self-improvement from Brittany Wong. Fought back strongly, but had the really light weight here. I do like Gummy Gummy. I don't mind Mars Rider either. I think he's going to get that right run in behind.
Where's Dragon Air Force sit amongst these selections? This is his first go in Class 3 this second. He'd won his 2 races leading into it. Musco beats him this night, but he gets in with a fairly lightweight again, Dragon Air Force.
And he has got the race run to suit. There is plenty of speed in this race. I think he can sit just off the pace, even from barrier 8. He might be slightly wide, but again, he's got the lightweight. Look, I'm going to include him. As you say, I'll put him in as a 3rd selection, Dragon Air Force, because he's been consistent recently.
And that replay is prior to the self-improvement replay we saw first. That was on the 9th of March, that one there on the 12th of February. And finally, Sing Dragon, who's a noted all-weather horse. He's dropping into Class 3. He's a 3-time winner this grade. He's won 4 when it comes to this distance. And he's only going to have to carry 125 pounds.
And those 4 wins have come from 6 starts. The other 2 he's been placed. Loves the surface. He's an all-weather specialist as Sing Dragon. Gets the 10-pound claim. He's drawn wide. I think he'll just sit wide on a strong pace, but with cover. And he has got a good turn of foot. So, yeah, I like him in this.
There you go. And that is the replay of Sing Dragon running 3rd up in grade last time, but down in grade he'll be hard to beat.
Looks that way. He's on top, Sing Dragon. I think Brittany Wong can finish the meeting on a high. Gummy Gummy, Dragon Air Force and Masked Rider. We've covered all those 3. 1, 5, 10 and 6.
And that is Sha Tin on Wednesday night. 9 races, all on the all-weather, and racing gets underway at 6:45.